For generations, our image of the Wild West has been shaped by Hollywood, a romanticized vision of rugged individualism and heroic figures like Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. But beneath the silver screen glamour lies a far more complex and often brutal reality, captured in the stark, unvarnished truth of archival photographs. This video will explore how the popular image of the Wild West is largely a carefully constructed myth, diverging significantly from the historical truth. The iconic cowboy, often portrayed as a lone white hero, is one of the most enduring myths. In reality, 1 in 4 cowboys were black, and another quarter were Mexican vaqueros, who actually invented many of the traditions and techniques we associate with cowboy culture. Their lives were far from romantic adventure. It was low-paid, grueling industrial labor, involving long hours and immense physical toll. The high noon duel, a staple of Western films, rarely happened in the real Wild West. Real gunfights were chaotic, close-range, and often ambushes, a far cry from the honorable, drawn-out showdowns depicted on screen. Guns of the era were notoriously inaccurate, and holsters were not designed for the quick draws we see in movies. Take Wild Bill Hickok, a legendary gunfighter. He was shot in the back of the head while playing poker, a stark example of the unromanticized violence of the time. The notion of a lawless frontier, where outlaws roamed freely and bank robberies were commonplace, is another pervasive myth. Historical data reveals that bank robberies were actually quite rare, occurring far less frequently than popular culture suggests. Many frontier towns implemented strict gun control laws to maintain order, especially for business and public safety. The famous OK Corral shootout, for instance, was not a spontaneous duel, but an enforcement of these very gun control ordinances. The true story of the Wild West is far more complex and compelling than the simplified myths we've come to love. It was a melting pot of diverse cultures, including Hispanic, Asian, Native American, and African American populations, all colliding and struggling to survive. This era was a nuanced tale of adaptation, resilience, and the forging of a new society, often under incredibly harsh conditions. By understanding the reality, we give dignity to the real people of the frontier, whose lives were far richer and more challenging than any fictional hero.